Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Today, we are going to be playing the final game from the Forgotten Assassin's Creed trilogy that takes place in Russia because, I don't know, reasons. And hopefully today we'll finally get to find out what's in that damn box. Anyway, the game begins, and it's set during the 1918 revolution. So, that's a big oof from the start, but let's see what happens. And the main protagonist of this game is named Nikolai, who I will be calling Kolya from now on because Nikolai is just too damn long. Anyway, Kolya wants to escape the revolution because, Stalin's gonna be there in a couple years. It's like right around the corner, and the less we talk about that, the better. So Kolya goes to the Russian Creed's leader and is like, bye. But the other guy is just like, no. So basically, Kolya needs to get the damn box back from the Templars or whatever the hell. And in order to win his freedom. The box is in the possession of the Russian royal family. Somehow. Like, how the hell? Okay, I understand going from China to India, there's like next door neighbors. I kind of get that. But how in the hell did you get it from... How the hell did a box get from all the way from India into Russia? That boggles my mind. And why is it in possession of the Russian royal family? This is mind-boggling to me. And I still don't know what the hell the thing even freaking does. Anyway, Kolya heads to the royal palace and learns that the Bolsheviks have taken power and kidnapped the royal family and are torturing them for kicks, I guess. I don't know. So Kolya sneaks into the palace and tries to rescue the family, but he kind of arrives a little bit too late and the Tsar gets shot in the face. The only survivor of the massacre is Anastasia Romanov, who from henceforth shall be known as Nastya, because Anastasia is like the longest ass name of all time. Anyway, after rescuing her, Kolya is like, give me the box. But she is like, no. So Kolya tries to take it away from her by force, but triggers it instead, and then this happens. Kolya, for some reason, is not weirded out by this, like, at all, and is instead kind of like this.
Come with me if you want to live.
And Nastya is like, okay. So Kolya gives her a dagger, and she has to escape through the sewers, which she does, because she's kind of a mainish character and she can't die in the first few minutes. Oh, and she has the ability to turn invisible, because why the hell not? Anyway, eventually she makes her way to the roof of the building, but she gets pinned down by machine gun fire, so Kolya has to save her ass. Later, they both meet up, and Kolya is like, give me the books, and she's like, no. So he kind of pushes her, like 2 centimeters, and then she suddenly turns into Xiao Jun, the chick, the Chinese chick from the first game. And Kolya is like, anyway, they reconcile, and then they board a train, and Kolya wants to take her to the Assassin's Creed hideout or whatever to figure out what exactly is the hell wrong with her, since she's being possessed by ghosts. Anyway, they get on the train, but halfway through the journey, it gets kind of ambushed. So Kolya goes out and murders like 30 dudes by himself. Meanwhile, Nastya disguises herself as a soldier, but then their train gets ambushed by another train. But this train has like guns on it and cannons and crap like that. The pinnacle of Russian technology. So Nastya has to haul ass and not get shot. And she is lucky because Kolya is there and he covers her ass by wielding a machine gun. So, pretty lucky. Anyway, they make it to Kazan, which is a Russian city. Don't worry about it. And Kolya goes up to his homie, Leon Trotsky, who is this one communist dude, but we're gonna skip him for now. And he goes to Leon Trotsky, he's like, yo, bro, help me out. And Leon Trotsky's like, yeah, sure, no problem. And then he goes up to Nastya, and their interaction kind of goes like this.
Don't care about your war with the Templars, Nikolai. The workers' revolution is all that matters. And this girl is a sinner. She has to die.
Yeah, so it turns out that Leon Trotsky is a bit of a dick. He basically wants to kill Nastya in order to make the revolution succeed. So, I mean, smart, maybe? I don't care. Anyway, now during this time, the Reds attack Kazan, which is a white stronghold. Read a book. And officially, the revolution begins. So Leon Trotsky throws Kolya in prison, and now it's time for Nastya to rescue him by stabbing a bunch of people in the face. Anyway, both of them try to escape with Nastya running in the streets while Kolya covers her ass from the rooftops with a sniper rifle. This is kind of like a theme. Anyway, they make it to the river and escape by boat and head for Moscow. And Nastya decides that it's time for her to change her identity, which doesn't come back until later. Anyway, they make it to Moscow, and Kolya takes Nastya to the leader of the assassin, and their interaction basically goes like this.
Is it really you?
Yes, my dear. I guarantee it. Would I lie?
Daddy. Oh, no, Vesper, don't! Ah! No.
Yeah, so the assassins want to dissect Nastya's brain for Xiao Jun's ghost or whatever, because honestly, I don't even know why. I'm as confused as you guys. Kolya at this time is just basically hanging out, just chilling, but overhears some assassins having a conversation about brain dissection, as you do in casual conversation. So Kolya decides that the best course of action is to betray the whole of the assassins in order to save Nastya. So he sneaks into the Kremlin, which is where the dissection is happening for some reason, and manages to rescue Nastya, but her brain has already been messed with. I think it's not really clear, because after waking up, the first thing she wants is and after murdering some scientists, they make their way out of the Kremlin. Once outside, they think they're safe, but surprise! A tank shows up. So Kolya, in all of his infinite wisdom, decides that the best course of action is to shoot at it. Now, this obviously doesn't work because, duh. And but Kolya does manage to lure it away from Nastya, so good, I think. Anyway, this is the worst part of the game, because the only thing you can do in this section is basically run your ass off, because you cannot hurt a tank because it is a tank. Now, in other parts of the game, you can approach a situation from however you want to. You could like run straight through and be a gangster and shoot everybody in the face, or you could be hella sneaky and, you know, approach every situation however you want. This level, however, all you gotta do is run and hope you don't die. And you have to do everything picture perfectly, because if you don't, you will get shot in the face and then die. However, Kolya, summoning up all of his years of wisdom and summoning all of his strength, does manage to destroy the tank once and for all by doing this. Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting. Anyway, after that, Nastya and Kolya say goodbye, with Nastya going to Germany and Kolya going to America. Oh, and if you're wondering what the hell was up with that damn box,
I don't know.
so now we have come to the end of this miniseries that I've done, and I would like to summarize my thoughts on it. And I should start with China. China, I feel, is the worst of the trilogy. Not really in terms of gameplay, because they all kind of play the same for the most part. My problems with it are mostly with the non-existent story and Xiao Jun herself, because her whole story is basically
who are
and
the
I don't really know
assassin dudes
if it
who
affects real-time history in
wants to
any
get
way.
revenge
So,
on.
my Chinese viewers, if there are any out there,
and she fights him
please tell me,
because
because
he
I would
was in the
genuinely
proximity.
like to know.
And in the process,
India, on the other hand, I actually really enjoyed, and that's mostly because the characters I actually really love. Mir as a protagonist, mostly because he is a really funny character, and it's a joy to play as him. I'm gonna be honest. Although his chakra weapon thing is probably the dumbest weapon I've ever seen in my life. Trying to aim that stupid ass thing is practically impossible. But the side characters were also pretty good, especially the princess, and of course, we cannot forget the most important man in the story, the man with the glorious mustache. The story is a lot better as well from China, and I think that's pretty much due to the setting, because China was, not gonna lie, pretty drab. India, on the other hand, was pretty colorful, and India during the British occupation was made for a pretty good setting, not gonna lie. And I really wish that we could have gotten a full version of this game, like in 3D. I think that'd actually be pretty awesome, not gonna lie. And now we come to Russia. And I am extremely split on this game. Gameplay wise, it's fine, and I do enjoy playing as the two characters, although that tank section, damn, that was pretty unnecessary. It was a real nuisance to play that tank section, I'm not gonna lie. Now, let's talk about the setting, or better yet, the time period. Because I think that the Russian Revolution is a very terrible idea for an Assassin's Creed game. The reason why is because it was a very gray time period. Because that was a very weird time to go back to and figure out who exactly was the good guy in that situation. And I think a game set in Russia would have benefited from a more black and white conflict like World War II. Or you could go back even further beyond to the days of Alexander Nevsky, or better yet, to the days of Peter the Great. But that's just my opinion. Now let's talk about the characters. I actually really like Kolya. He's just a father trying to protect his family, and I can respect that. I don't really like him as much as Mir, but I still think that he is a great protagonist. He just needed a little bit of that dark-ass Russian humor, and it would have been perfect. Nastya, on the other hand, I have a lot of problems with. Her escaping and becoming an assassin, fine, whatever. Doesn't really bother me, that's fine. But what does bother me is the whole possession, freaking gaining superpowers thing. Why? What did that serve? Seriously, all she did was get possessed by ghosts, stab a few people in the face, and then get her brain dissected, and it's literally never brought up again. And we never see Nastya ever again, so what was even the point? They could have made a pretty awesome storyline with her escaping execution and all that, but instead they were just like, freaking possession. Yeah, so stupid. I also think that the game suffers quite a bit from not having a primary antagonist, which makes it seem a bit unfocused, if that makes any sense. Now, you could say that the Red Army are the bad guys in the story, but I kind of have my reservations on that. It doesn't exactly make any sense. I mean, Leon Trotsky was there, but he was there for 5 seconds, so that doesn't really make sense either. I don't know. I just think it really suffers from not having someone to fight at the end. The tank doesn't count. I just think that Assassin's Creed Russia was a huge missed opportunity, and it's a mixed bag for me overall. I still like it more than I do China, but it could have been a lot better. Also, why does nobody speak Russian in this game that is set in Russia? And what the hell was in that damn box? But that's it for now. Goodbye, comrades.